Jugad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siri Guru Dev Name, Ad Gare Name, Jugad Gare Name, Sat Gare Name, Siri Guru Dev Name. So grab your knees. We're going to begin spine flex, starting slowly, inhaling forward, and then as you come back, push the diaphragm in and up and back. And we'll start slowly and gradually work up to a less flexing and more breath of fire. So let's start slowly, inhaling forward, exhaling back. Sent the navel. Pull the shoulders back, get a complete flex. You push into the diaphragm, push the air out, and then you relax the diaphragm, you automatically inhale forward. Flex the entire torso. Now less flexing and more emphasis on pulling the diaphragm in and pumping it right up underneath the sternum. There's still some movement. Keep up. Now turn it into a breath of fire. Very little flex. Diaphragm is pumping. Find the place where it does it automatically. Keep up. Let the body move if it needs to. Move the energy around the heart center. Keep flexing the diaphragm. Inhale. Exhale. Stretch your right leg out. Reach down, grab the toe if you can. If you can't, anywhere along the leg, keeping the spine as straight as possible. Inhale up, exhale down. Not a whole lot of motion, but just enough so you get the stretch along the sciatic nerve, keeping the leg flat. Along the lower back, pull up through the psoas area, this region, all the way up through the shoulders. Feel the energy as it creates this meridian circuit. Okay? So it's almost like a slow breath of fire. So begin doing this, just flexing, keeping the spine straight. You can twist a little bit from side to side as you exhale, coming down. And again, it's not a big pulling motion. There's not a lot of strength involved in this. It's more of going deep enough with your breath to find out what parts of your body are tight and holding energy fields, and relaxing those parts of your body. There's a subtlety to this yoga. There's a subtlety to understand not only the basic operating system of this body, keep breathing as I talk, but to learn how to change it, how to tune it, how to create these fields of consciousness that allow, and that's all this is about, by the way. We do this so we're comfortable in these bodies and they work so we can kind of let them go. Then we can explore, we can move the energy fields through these bodies to the different centers of consciousness And this is a software now, but the hardware has to match up. You have to be able to do this. You have to physically be able to pull this energy up and heal yourself. So inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, feel that energy moving, just keep up with the breath. And it's self-hypnotic. You find a rhythm. You find a discipline in that rhythm, like you're learning a beat and playing a musical instrument, right? You follow into that basic rhythm and you let it become an undulation. It becomes part of what you do unconsciously. It's just there. But it's tied to that idea of a mantra. In this case, we'll go with Sat Nam, truth is our identity. It's tied to that identity, the mantra, and that brings you back to remembering in the midst of falling asleep, which meditation is pratyahara, right? Removing the sensory part of this so you can sit up straight without the body bothering you. When you enter that state, it's self-hypnotic. It's also a sleep state. So maintaining a consciousness as you transition from the body consciousness into this astral form, the mental part, is the deal. That's why we do this. These are the tools to give you the possibility of having that experience, not just as a fleeting instant, but to actually live there. So this is watch your breath, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Allow yourself to self-hypnotically train. It's all that's going down. It's just this movement. It's almost like if you were a child, right, and you're being rocked to sleep. But you've established this mantra going with the breath now. And it links up to everything you're doing. It links up to the blood flow, the circulatory system, the actual heartbeat. And that becomes part of this undulation. So even as you fall through these plates of consciousness, moving through the different interdimensional chakra levels, right? We call it as you wish. You have to compress. You have to dissipate. And the only way you can do that is to totally reduce yourself to a bindu, a point of nothingness. You have to fall asleep. How do you fall asleep, right? What's the nature of this? So you reduce yourself to that bindu. And this mantra, this discipline, is still going as the software compresses, as your personality structure compresses. This movement, the biology is still working. And as you transfer into this state of conscious, other state of consciousness, the body is the reminder. It's still moving through this. And that's it. That's what you're doing. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. And you've transitioned to different dimensional fields of consciousness. You've gone from conscious to subconscious into some kind of a superconscious state. And that's the transition we're looking for, the possibility and the pathways to get there. So inhale up, exhale down. Let yourself relax here now for a second. Body twist, it's okay. Stretch out the sciatic nerve a little bit. And feel that. Let yourself come down. Feel where there's tightness and relax those places. These are the subtle programming algorithms running in our consciousness. And by tuning into the physicality of how we hold energy in our bodies, by tuning into that and understanding that and releasing some of those things, it releases lifetimes of karmas. That's the idea of yoga, is you can go back through this genetic programming sequence that we've been trained from our parents biologically and psychologically, and their parents, that you can go back into some of these points of consciousness and release those energies that created those particular tightnesses in how we deal with ourselves. Okay, so inhale up, let's change legs. Again, inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Focus at the third eye center, but feel this energy along the sciatic nerve. So let's begin. Watch your breath. Everything has to be hypnotic here. You have to learn to self-hypnotize, to put yourself in your own trance state. And you have to program yourself to have the wake-up phrase on the other side of that algorithm that you're programming here. Inhale up and exhale down. And let the breath out and just kind of hang here for a moment. Long and deep breathing. Feel where you're tight. Go into those places and try to relax them. See what it's going to take to loosen that ligaments or the muscle itself. See what it's going to take to come down just a little more without pulling. What you could relax, what you could loosen up, what fear process holds us in a certain way, right? How we train ourselves. What could you let go of that wouldn't freak you out? You know? All right, inhale, come sitting up in easy cross-legged position. Give yourself a twist right and left. Now in this class tonight, I'm just going to say you can stop it here and do 31 minutes of breath of fire. Just sit with yourself and go through it. Find a way just to do it. If you don't want to do 31 minutes, set a time for 3 minutes. Set it for 11 minutes. You can even set it for 15 minutes. Go through it a bit. Push yourself. Learn to relax into it. Find a way where it becomes automatic. Okay? So there's that. So if you have a chance and you just don't want to take this as a movie, take the time now to give yourself either 3 minutes, 11 minutes, 31 minutes of breath of fire. And this sets the biological rhythm. This sets the biology of the being itself, of this electromagnetic, cellular structure that we have here. Moving into software programming, the constructs of how we talk to ourselves, how we inspire. Do you even think this might be possible, right? We can move energies around, and the possibility of opening these subtle channels up to something really beautiful and to really blissful. And you bring the biology into it too. We can be somewhat orgasmic creatures, right? We can take this energy and move it around. It's just a matter of focusing the attention. And when you get that, you'll get why a lot of these people fall into these yoga patterns that it's okay just to sit in a cave for the rest of their life because they're totally biologically blissed out. So this is a training procedure here. So you can inspire yourself just by talking to you. This is a self-help type thing, right? It's a self-helping anyway. Or you can find a way to make it so fun and pleasurable to yourself that this is your default. This is how you have fun. And I think I like them both. I like both ideas in this, and I think they do work together. So make the biology work for you. Find ways of releasing the endorphins and whatever else you have to do to get this body balanced. Feel good about it. Find a way to do that. There's ways of doing these things, right? Work with your sexual energy. It's okay to do that, right? You get to deal with that. You just take it and move it around. And you can even change some of that systems just by focusing on the energy and taking it up. Moving the same energy, the orgasmic energy up the spine. Letting that heal the body. Central channel, right? The ojas, the seminal fluid itself, moving up the spine. Changing the biochemical all the way up into pituitary pineal, right? Opening that. Focusing on it, allowing that spiral to happen, move it up, in within, open the crown center, sit in that blissful space. The light of the universe becomes who you are. Why not? What would you settle for? What else is going on? This is the interesting thing about yoga. It's like, what would you settle for? What else is going on here? Is there anything else going on other than that relationship with the infinite consciousness that permeates everything? So that's what's dealing. Remember that. And that can be in every moment of your life. And ultimately it has to be, right? This is a cool situation we're in. Coronavirus, thank you. No traffic. People, for the most part, doing okay. Slowed everybody down. Give them a chance. Now, who takes advantage of chances? I don't know. But let's assume that we will try. A chance to relax. Take the time to be with yourself. Not what you do, right? It's not what you do in life. It's how you do it. How you do it has to be a prayer, a relationship with consciousness itself. Otherwise, it's dreamlike. It falls apart, right? It's like you do stuff and it doesn't matter. It's all a dream, right? Coherence in a dream is a thread sutra that has duration. It allows you to focus the attention and hold that attention through cycles of activities. Wake, sleep, sex, eating. All of that becomes part of the cycles of activity that you program into that relationship. It's ultimate. It's a thing to work for, right? But this is what we're doing here. We're creating the pathways in ourselves, in our bodies. We're creating the psychological models to make that relationship at least possible. And why would it, and I think for me, it always goes to the point of, why wouldn't you? Why wouldn't we do this? What's the downside? Because when you attune yourself with the infinite consciousness that permeates everything, everything is taken care of without a question. It's like, that's the level of devotion ultimately you'll bring to the table, of absolute trust. That not only you'll know what to do at the appropriate moment, but you will be in the moment as the vehicle for that expression of consciousness. That level of trust, that level of love. And that's what you have to create, the worthiness in yourself. So we train ourselves with this worthiness. We train our bodies to be strong and healthy. We train our psyches to be level-headed, balanced. We take the emotional body, all the abuses and all the loves and all the hurts and feelings and all the pleasures, and we balance it out. We work with that. And this becomes the gestalt, right? There's the idea of the whole entropy, the whole holistic nature of consciousness itself as it has a physical form. This next under exercise I wanted to work with you this evening, and this is going to be like a punching thing, but instead of punching so much, you're just grabbing. You're grabbing the energy and pull it back in, okay? And you're grabbing it with your fist and pulling it back in. Guru. And we're gonna chant the Wahe Guru mantra with this. So you're gonna inhale Wahe, Guru, 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 Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Guru. Find a way to do this so you actually inhale Wahe, exhale Guru. So it's a complete breath. Guru. So you're almost saying the Wahe as you, or the Guru as, you'll find a way. Either the inhale and the exhale, you both have to make a sound. Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru, Wahe, Guru. Guru, Wahe, 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 Guru. Inhale, hands out to the sides, palms up. Inhale more. Exhale, bring the hands into the heart center, palms together. Inhale out. Exhale in. You can move the spine, keeping the spine straight, chin down. So as you inhale up, you kind of push forward on the chest. Inhaling Wahe, exhaling Guru. Wahe, Guru. Wahe, Guru. Wahe, Guru. Wahe, Guru. Wahe, Guru. Inhale more. Exhale, let the hands come down, resting somewhere in your lap, wherever it's comfortable. Let your breath become long and deep. Find a way to be comfortable. Find a way to lock this in place. The bandhas, root lock, are key here to be at least aware of. You pull the sphincter muscles. You hook it into the sexual organs themselves. Grab yourself. And then seal those three. Pull all of that up under the sternum. That whole ball of energy. Set it. Shoulders come back. You pull the rib cage back. And this energy, as it hits the third center, this is the formation of the ego, the operating system that runs the nuts and bolts of this particular material world. So you set that as a running program. You can have an ego, you have to have one. It's like, not going to get away with that one, right? But it's definitely under the control of not only the mind, but of the consciousness that runs the mind. So there's levels upon levels here, but you have to have this ego form. It's a personality construct. It's your operating system to deal with the rest of this stuff, okay? So set that, and then let that ego fall asleep. You do it every night, We all are going to fall asleep, right? How do you do that? Well, how do you fall asleep? You have to make yourself comfortable. So you've got to find a way to be comfortable sitting up in this position, because the energy has to move through this upright, perpendicular field of cosmic energy on the Earth's plane of gravitational fields that we're dealing with. This is what it needs to deal with. It's perpendicular. It's not. You can lay out and fall asleep, and you can go astral traveling, but a effective relationship with consciousness itself has to have a direct, some kind of gravitational relationship with the Earth itself. So get it. Sit up with a straight spine. Make yourself comfortable. Relax into this. Set the energies. Pull the locks. Find a way to do that. And then fall asleep. That's what you got to do. With all this energy and all this pulling, your tension, you're manifesting this fire, you got to relax. You got to totally relax. You've got to trust yourself and go into a self-hypnotic trance state. And that's by following the breath. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, long and deep. And this is hypnotic. You have to find a way to hypnotize yourself. Otherwise, it's not going to work. You're going to be looking out and not understanding any of this. You've got to find a way to talk to yourself on conscious, subconscious levels. And that's the kick here. That's the deal. So inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam, long and deep breathing. Find a way to deal with this. Let the body relax completely as you set the spine straight, as the locks are still pulled, but maybe not really tight, just mentally. Feel the double helix starting to spin. This is the Kundalini itself. This is the life force. It moves up through the organs, through the spine, creates the central channel. These two energy fields move through, setting the right and left spheres of this whole thing right in the middle, right between pituitary and pineal glands. That opens up, and that flickering energy opens up this biochemical change in the brain itself. It opens up different connections that are not available without having this type of consciousness. You learn to move the biology along with the psychology, and you create the possibility of these stargates. And you've got to find a way to talk to yourself to make sure you understand. I'm talking to you. You've got to find a way to get through to yourself. You can trick yourself. It's okay. I mean, that's your right. If you've got to trick yourself to do certain things to get to A to B, and B is really important, you can trick yourself. Just put a little reminder in the algorithm running there that you can remember, oh, yeah, that's how I tricked myself. I joined that club. I joined that situation. Just so I can get through to the point where I could be understanding. Remember, it's okay. Sometimes we have to have help along this Maya, the illusionary pathway of all this, samsara. It's okay to do that. Just remind yourself, put little bookmarks in your consciousness saying, I just signed up for this to get from A to B. I don't need to carry it to C to D to E, you know? We're just talking linear now. Just a thought. Watch your breath. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. It gets deeper, longer. And the truth is that that's what we're doing. We're creating a relationship with the truth. Truth is our name, Sat Nam. Truth is the name. Guru, the guide. Wisdom, consciousness. Where's that? What does that look like? What attracts you? What can distract you? You know, these are the big deals, right? And you have to talk to yourself. You've got to create a narrative. What attracts you? What do you see in each other? What do you see when you meet your lover? What is the attraction here? What is that magic? Define it for yourself and try to set a pathway to it. So set that. Find that movement in your own biology here. Open up these neurons and these different receptors. Give it a possibility. Why not? Chin is down. Tongue starts to touch the top of the palate automatically. Spine is straight. Kundalini is moving. Energy flowing. Natural flow of energy. You're sitting in your own fountain of energy here, being supported by the universe itself. It's effortless. So prana, life force of the earth, meets apana, the intent of consciousness is itself as it moves through the different systems of interdimensional formation of narratives too. Moves down through the human form. Relax into this. Inhaling Sat, exhaling Nam. Inhaling truth. Inhaling healthiness, vitality, life. And exhaling any stress. Why worry? Why worry about any of this? When has it not been taken care of except when we've lost our thread of our intent and we got distracted? When our intent is pure in consciousness, and that's to have that relationship with the infinite in everything we touch, see, and feel, right? When that intent is pure, then the universe itself, I guarantee you, and I can tell you from direct experience, bends over to make that happen. All right, you can do this last exercise set we did. You can do it for 31 minutes too. The same thing, just like this, bringing it up and around, right? You can bring it out, bring it in. So those are things you can do on yourself here. So I'm gonna go ahead and bring us back into a closure here. But you can practice some of these things longer for yourself. You can stretch yourself, give yourself a chance to revitalize yourself, to heal yourself. Use this time. As I was going in this viral thing, use this time to really get within and make a statement to yourself. You know, it's like, you know, this is almost like those New Year's resolutions. We'll call this a reset resolution. You know, and because we have the time now to do this, most of us. So take advantage of it if you do. Because it hopefully won't come around again. Hopefully we'll get the lesson this time, you know, but so take advantage if you can. All right. So I just want to chant with you one chant here, and then we'll close the class up. Okay? So, Ek Onkar, Sat Nam, Sri Waheguru. 8 vibrations, 7 chakras. The 8th becomes the field of consciousness, right? That's the idea behind this. Okay? So inhale. Ek that for 3 minutes. Do that for 11 minutes. Do it for 31 minutes. Do it for 2.5 hours. Be intense on it. Set it. Move around. Touch with it. Stretch your legs out if you have to, but keep up. Give it a go. It'll change your life. Try it in the early morning hours. Okay, so let's finish this class now. Hands at the heart center. We'll sing May the Long Time Sun. Then we'll chant Long Sat Nams at the end. May the long time sun shine upon you, our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. May the long time sun shine upon you, our love surround you, and the pure light within you guide your way on. Guide your way on. Guide your way on. So inhale deep. And then exhale and make sure the spine is straight. Feel this energy flowing as you reach into the ground itself. Mother Earth, all the way down to the basis of all this. Molten lava. Feel that heat. Take that heat up the spine. Inhale deep. Take it up over your head. Bring your hands up over. Stretch up. Inhale more. Relax your breath now. Feel back the heat of the earth, right? That was for the past. That cured the genetic trail to get us here. Take the energy up. Bring it through the solar plexus. Feel it filling every cell in your body. Spinning around now. Click into the pituitary pineal. Bring that energy up. Raise your hands over your head. Inhale the present. It's okay, Ginger. The dog likes it. Inhale. Take the energy up from the base. Take it out through the heart center. You gonna howl with me? All the way over top of your head. That's how you do that. Thank you guys for joining us. Thank you, Ginger. That was great. Well, I can do.